All right, here we are. We are live with Escrow Tuesdays. Hey, welcome to Escrow Tuesdays. We are live from Aspen, Colorado with the amazing Judy Moon all the way from Seattle. Judy, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Why are you not out here? This is gorgeous, but of course it's always gorgeous in the Pacific Northwest, and we'll talk about that a little bit more about that.
I know. I wish to be there.
Yeah, thank you for coming down to the show, and it's just so great to see all kinds of leaders in all different parts of the country. With Zoom, we can hop around much easier, obviously. And later on, we're going to have a couple of surprise guest hosts. So stick around, you guys in the audience and everyone that's on Facebook here. But Judy, I've known you for a little while, and I know you've been around in AREAA circles. But can you give us and tell us a little bit about yourself?
I know I cannot hear you very clearly.
Okay, how about now? Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so give us a little idea of who Judy Moon is.
Okay, Judy Moon.
Did you immigrate to the country? Give us a little story.
Okay, so I came to Honolulu, Hawaii from South Korea.
Oh, wow.
When I was 25 years old and study English second language and degree in accounting 10 years later.
Oh, wow.
And I met my husband in Hawaii, and I have 3 boys. So, and then I have been in real estate for 17 years and worked in,
years. Okay.
Yeah, worked in retail industry many years. And I also taught Korean school for 1 year.
Really?
And we moved to here, Washington, 1999.
All right. So how was your, when you're growing up in Korea and before, how did you decide to come to Hawaii? Because, I lived in Hawaii for a short while, and I know a lot of AREAA people like Brian On.
Yes.
People have roots in Hawaii. So, tell us why Hawaii? Did you have other family that was already here?
No, actually not. I know this is a secret. Do I have to tell you? I grew up in Korea, and I worked, and so I worked in hospital for 5 years after I graduate high school, and I wanted to study in English in US. So one of my friends in Hawaii, so she helped me to do school and and other stuff. So, but when I left Korea, I didn't want to go back. So my mindset is, I just wanted to stay in US, but dream come true. It's not the dream, but I met a husband and I stayed.
Right. I mean, Hawaii, there's a lot of immigrants there, right? And Hawaii was a place where a lot of people came to actually work and try to find new opportunity. But for you, I mean, there's a lot of places to go, right? There's a lot of people in South America, Europe, even mainland. What was the one thing in Hawaii other than the friend? When your friend recommended, was it paradise? And you said, I'm going to move to paradise?
No, it is not. It is very close to Korea. It takes only 9 hours.
Only 9 hours. Okay, we're complaining about a flight to Aspen that lasts 3 hours. But
3 hours.
It's only a 9-hour flight, right?
And then also, I don't have any family in US, but I just left, and because my friends, the architecture, and then she was in, I met her in Korea, and she just helped me to school and application, how to apply and everything. So so
why not, right? Yeah. So you're in Hawaii, and how long were you in Hawaii before you came to the Pacific Northwest?
11 years.
Okay, so you were in Hawaii. So you were definitely a long-time resident there.
Right? I was in school whole time because English is starting with the English second language, and then study accounting, and it took a long time, and then I married and I have a kid. So so right after I finished college, and we moved to here.
Wow. Okay. So what brought you then, though, to the Pacific Northwest. You could have moved to Los Angeles. There's a large Korean community in Los Angeles. Why up there? Was there another connection that you had?
Yes. My sister-in-law, my husband's younger sister, lived in Bellevue. So we came here to visit 1994. And then, yeah, we like it. And then school's better than Hawaii because I have three boys. And that's we make decide to move to here.
Oh, I see. All right. So you moved here and started a family, school and things. But, what was the career change, that led you into real estate? It is a career a lot of times that people discover after they've done other things. Most people don't go straight out of college and go, I'm going to be a realtor or I'm going to get into real estate. So tell us that little story.
Okay, so in Hawaii, during the school year, I work in retail, Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center. I'm pretty sure that in
What island?
Honolulu.
Okay.
Oahu.
I spent some time in Moilili, off of Kapiolani and, by the Ala Moana Shopping Center. So
Yes. And I work in the retail, the high-end retail side. So Ferragamo, I made a commission, Ferragamo,
okay.
Giorgio Armani and other stuff, the high-end brand.
Right.
So we moved to here and I have three boys and staying home. It driving me crazy because my first one was 5 years old, second one was 3, and youngest one was 2.5 years old. And yes, I stay home all day. And oh my God, it was really, that is a nightmare. I love my children, but that was nightmare.
Right. That's tough on you, right? And so you're probably like itching the last thing you want to do is then go to an office in an office building and sit there all day, right?
Yeah. So
and you love that commission lifestyle, like, hey, whatever success I had was equally rewarded, right? So maybe that was kind of the lead into real estate.
So I know actually that's why I got the part-time job on weekend and I study real estate online and I got the license. So I thought I can make more money because I have a customer service background and retail background. So I thought I can make money. I can be, the top producer. So I studied online and I got the license year 2004. And I was part-time and I joined, I was with the Keller Williams Realty for 7 years and then I just changed it to Prudential. So
I see.
Berkshire Hathaway now.
Mm-hmm.
So tried to make more money, but it was not really. It was hard, real estate.
Okay, so keep going.
Yeah, so about real estate, that's why I just changed the career and I'm still in real estate business and I'm doing okay.
Just okay, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you're doing real estate. I see you've got I think a little team up there. 2020 was a crazy year. 2021, as Herman described, as weird. We just saw here in the conference. But I know Koreans love, especially in the business world, love to belong to groups and also involved in a lot of charitable organizations and giving back. So how did you find AREAA, or did AREAA find you?
AREAA found me.
Oh, they did. Okay. Let's hear that story. Who in AREAA, we can give that medal in getting Judy Moon to be involved. So tell us that story. How'd they find you?
So I was, year 2010, I was the president of a Korean Women Realtors Association.
Right.
September, year 2010, September, I was going to do some clock hours for our member. So I went to Seattle, King County Realtors Association, and I met business director.
Okay.
Who is Claudia Crowell, and she's still in our board. And she asked me that, do you know AREAA? So I said, what is AREAA?
Yeah, what's AREAA? Is that the hotel in Vegas? Is it
I know.
Still under construction? Okay.
So she said, okay, I'm going to invite you for our meeting in December. So she emailed me she invited me for the board meeting, and then when I went there, I'm pretty sure the 2010, December 10, 2010,
Right.
December 10. And I met Mark Kitabayashi
Okay.
and Joseph Ho, Jennifer
Okay.
Nguyen, and May Wan was teaching CIPS too. So I met then many other members. Since that, I am still here, member.
Right. All right. So being a member is one thing, right? There's 17,000 members in the AREAA network, and there's 42 chapters, but you're the president now. So tell us that story. Who was the one that said, Judy, thank you for, participating, being on the board, but that's a big step. So how was that story? Who was there somebody, that said, Judy, come on, it's time.
That is Justin Kim.
Justin Kim. Okay.
Oh my God.
You have someone to blame and praise at the same time, right?
So I was a secretary once and then treasurer and also a committee chair for the business networking.
Right.
And I didn't want to step up because I have a language barriers because, I grew up in Korea, right? And that was, I think that is a 2018.
Okay.
We have a election. That is election meeting.
Right.
And he just talked to me, Judy, you have to step up.
Oh, see, I knew it.
Nobody wanted to step up.
AREAA Kool-Aid. Come on now.
So I said, no, because I don't want to do it.
Good. See, that's the perfect person to get to be president. A reluctant volunteer that wants to help. But what did he say that finally says, okay, I'll do it?
Okay, he told me that I wasn't the board member for a long time.
Sure. I know, and that's the interesting story because you were in the board for a while. And then suddenly, because I remember when I found out you were the incoming president, I'm like, finally.
So 80 years, but I just enjoy hanging out with the people and I just, now working with the people and, I went to the convention many times and national conventions. And he said, nobody wanted to step up and someone brought people from the outside, not even board, not even was not even member, but the two people, they were in the presence of another organization, so they are brand new, and Justin said, no, you have to step up. It's not right because if somebody step up, who we don't know, and no, it's not acceptable.
Right. No, you owe it. Okay.
So here I am.
So are you enjoying it? I mean, it is. It's funny when you become a chapter president. I mean, you have 41 other chapter presidents to call on to say, hey, I've got a deal in Denver. I've got a deal in DC. I've got a Denver to refer. There's that, you already had a referral network, all the friends that you met, national convention. But I think it just brings it up to a little higher, different level to where, you're in the president's club. I mean, and once you've experienced that, it's not something that, it could be easily duplicated, right?
It is a big difference, the presence, and then also, I just board member do something. It is a lot of responsibilities because we have all the events almost every month.
Yeah, so we've got a few AREAA folks now kind of popping in here. Some of the cohorts. Here comes Priska Lee from the Northern New Jersey chapter.
Hi, New Jersey. Oh, hi. How are you? I'm from Seattle.
Yeah, Narhee's on vacation. I guess something's better than Aspen. I don't know how, but
how could it be?
I know. Anyway, so Judy Moon from Greater Seattle, she finally decided to become president.
Oh,
so and we have Justin Kim to blame. But we'll have a few more people hopping in, and so all right. So we're going to get to this. Thanks, Priska, for stopping in. So we have a question we always like to ask, especially real estate practitioners. Can you give us maybe an example or a story of something crazy that happened? It could be your very first deal you ever did or something recently that happened. My story is always the funny one when I went to the final walkthrough and I thought all the power was out. And I found out that the seller, who was a little angry, had removed all the light bulbs in the house, so nothing turned on. So I spent the next 2 hours at Home Depot buying light bulbs. So can you give us an example, a couple of minute story on something that you recently,
Recently, yes. In April, it was, the real estate market is really, really hot. And then we offered, the 200 or 300,000
yeah,
price.
exactly. Yeah.
And then we have an offer review date, but that is a really nightmare. And the listing price was 1.4. We offer 200,000 more and no contingency.
Right.
And I know that is they taking a loan, but the 30% down and no financing contingency.
Wow. And
100,000 earnest money and non-refundable.
Yeah.
And release right away.
And
that night, that is April 19th. And so we got the mutual agreement at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
9:30 at night, another lender just texted me that who you know, but I'm not gonna say. So,
Okay.
And he just texted me, okay, Judy, please send me the contract for Moons. Bio was another Moons, but not related. And somebody coming?
Yeah. Hey, sorry, in between your crazy story here, we got some people coming by.
And hello, oh my God. Oh, Moni.
Greater East Bay folks.
Right?
Yep. We got Moni back here.
Moni, yes.
Justin Wong here.
Yes. Hi.
We've got Donna Chan and somebody who's too important. He's on the phone, but anyway, we'll have some more people crowd through here in a second. So, all right. So continue. I'm sorry.
No, I have to finish this story.
Okay.
Hello. Oh my God, I just keep forgetting things.
Bring more, send more people. Okay.
So then I said, no, what he's talking about. So I called my clients, but they was shopping for the another lender after we have a mutual agreement, but waive the financing. But in order to get the change of the lender, we have to get the permission from the seller, right?
Right.
Otherwise, if they just say no, then we cannot do that. And then they might gonna keep the earnest money. But that night, that was crazy. But I couldn't sleep that night. So I tried to protect the earnest money for my clients.
Right. That's your number one duty.
100,000.
Wow.
Release. So that was really, really crazy. I couldn't even sleep at all that night. And then I solved the problem.
All right. Well, you're a problem solver. Well, here's another problem solver.
Oh my God. Okay, when Jim Park was here in Seattle, do you remember? Because I took you to the radio Hanguk station and then one of the Korean media. So you had the interview and then talk about the AREAA.
Yeah, I had to
2013.
I had to use every word of Korean I could muster up for that Korean.
Wow, 2013. See, you've been around so long, Judy, but she finally stepped up to be president. It took you long enough.
Congratulations on being president.
Right. Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. Finally.
Yeah.
Thank you, Justin Kim and Jim Park and everybody else.
There's a great list of wonderful leaders out of Seattle, and thank you for keeping the tradition going.
We do. But I work with a lot of younger people.
Yeah, 수고하세요.
네, 감사합니다.
All right. Hey, Jim, thanks for stopping in. We have another chapter president here. Come on here, Agnes, that wants to say hi. She is from the Inland Empire.
Hi, Agnes.
Hi, Judy.
How are you?
Good. And so, see, it's like family. We're still here. So we still have some more folks stopping by.
Enjoying the sights.
Oh my God, I wish you can be there with you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
But I will see you guys in October. I registered for the
pretty soon, right? Okay.
Bye.
Okay. All right, Judy. Well, guess what we're going to do now? We're going to go. You see the screen here, Judy?
No, just a blank round.
Really? If you move it over, can you see anything? I think you can. Right?
No.
No. Let's see. What do I got here? I'll stop the share. I think you can. Are you on a PC? Oh yeah, you should be able to see. Okay. I'll do it again. Okay. All right. So you probably don't see anything. It's oops, we need to go back here a few slides.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. All right. So, hey, thank you very much, Judy Moon, for sharing your interesting and crazy story. As you know, anything can happen in escrow, and anything can happen during this live feed here. We're live from Aspen, Colorado, at the beautiful St. Regis Resort, where we're having the AREAA kind of a luxury, meeting here. So, your top 5, Judy, that we're going to go over is.
What is it?
All right. Number 1. All right. What do we have here? What can you describe that background picture?
That is in Korea, the AREAA Korea trade mission.
Right.
So
but
that is, I think,
family and friends,
2014.
right? Yeah. So that is your number 1. So tell us a little bit about, especially your AREAA family and how that's blended in with your friends. They've come family, right?
Yes, so I know we have a 42 chapters, 17,000 members, but I've been into national convention and the Korea Trade Mission, and I made a really great friend to the AREAA, and we traveled together. I know even California chapter especially, and then we in Washington D.C. Metro, and we just traveled together too, because I met them through the AREAA, so I really appreciate it, what AREAA give that to me. So good friends. Yeah.
Yeah, it is amazing. Something that we really definitely need to enjoy and cherish, right? Especially during pandemic times when we had to fall back on our families and friends. So number 2, I see that little puzzle piece. What does that say?
Community.
That's right. Tell us about community.
Okay, so I was involved in Korean Women Realtors Association in here, and also Korean Chamber of Commerce and Korean American Theater Association. So, and then also AREAA, and I just
of course.
Yeah, so the most I work with the Korean clients, and then I wanted to give back to AAPI community, and that is one of our mission too.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's something that I think we all have in common, and that's something that I think that brings us all together, is that we want to give back, right? We are successful in our careers, but it's so important to give back. And what part of the United States do we have here as your number 3?
Washington State.
Yeah, Oregon. Well, the Pacific Northwest, right? So why is that number 3 in your top 5?
Okay, we have Mariners. My 2 boys was a pretty good baseball player from 4-5 years old through all the way to the high school. I know they didn't get the scholarship, but their life is baseball. So the Mariners game, Seahawks, and Sounders, and what else?
Well, you have Ichiro, remember, right? He was in the Mariners for a long time.
And the mountains. Did you see the Mount Rainier behind me?
No, I know, I see that. No,
that is downtown Bellevue. And summertime skiing, and not the skiing, hiking, golf, wintertime skiing.
And you guys take your outdoors seriously, right? It's not like you just take a walk, down a trail. I mean, you get on your kayaks, you get mountain bikes. I mean, you really live it, because obviously, from what we hear in the Pacific Northwest, you do have a bit of rain here and there, right? So you guys cherish those sunny days even more, I guess.
It is beautiful. I love it. And Hawaii, I know that is a paradise, but I was always busy. And I think theater is.
And you get to enjoy it more, right?
I enjoy more, yes.
Yeah. All right. So what do we have there in the corner? I see some yummy stuff there.
Okay, Bulgogi Barbecue, right?
Is that Malaysian food? What is this?
That's a Korean food.
Of course it is. Okay, tell us about it. I love Korean food. I love that you could eat Korean food without eating rice and avoid a lot of carbs and vegetables.
I have to eat rice every day, and I like to eat fresh rice. I cook it right away, and then stone rice too.
Oh, the stone pot. Yeah, that's the best.
And also I think I'm really good cook. So I have a signature dishes, barbecue pork, spicy barbecue pork,
Ooh,
barbie and japchae. The raising three boys.
right.
So yeah, so I think I'm a good cook. So 2 years ago, when we have a business now, the just like a picnic with the Oregon chapter, I cook marinated barbie and I cook spicy barbecue pork. You can ask Jordan, Lee, and Alex Pam from the
Right.
Oregon chapter, Portland chapter. That was I cooked. I marinated and then we do barbecue.
Wow. All right. Well, I mean, like I said, it's just, in Los Angeles, we've got a really, I mean, significant Korean presence down here in, not just in the downtown K-Town, but in the Orange County areas. And it's just amazing how the Korean community has flourished in many parts of the United States. Houston, right, is big. So, all right. So number 5, tell us about happy hour, right? Is that kind of what AREAA is all about sometimes, we've been accused of being, partying really well, but we work hard, right? And give back. So tell us about that.
Actually, this one's just like my first top number 1, but really we work hard. The clients and people, it's not easy to working with the people. And after we finish, usually happy hour starts at 3 or 4 o'clock. And
Right.
I just wanted to have a glass of wine
Yeah,
before I go home. And I call, but in Bellevue and Redmond, that is my territories. I know where to go and then what time happy hour starts and what kind of food, that we have to order.
Right.
Yeah, and then I have a great friend too, because when I just ask, that can we have a happy hour, just that day, and then always friends around me, and they wanted to go happy hour with me, and
Well,
yeah, I just likes to drink too. I enjoyed it. I don't want to drink at home or by myself, but I just want to.
you want to hang out with your friends and stuff and community and the Pacific Northwest and eating Korean food at happy hour. Right? It kind of sums up your entire top 5. So, hey, thank you very much for sharing that. But as you know what part of it, the show it is now the Escrow Tuesday surprise guest segment show. I don't know if you can hear the music back there, but anyway, are you ready, Judy? Let's pick something interesting.
Ready for what?
Ready for the Escrow Tuesday surprise guest segment.
Oh, yes, I am.
Okay, good. Go. All right, there is Judy. You are cheering on something, some sort of victory here. But all right, are you ready? Okay, so we have Judy Moon. The Pacific Northwest with Boeing and everything has a lot of technology. And we realize that according to Justin Nguyen, you do shoot for the moon. Obviously, your last name is the Moon. So we realize that you have astronaut aspirations. So what we're going to do here is
that is a moon. Oh my God.
So we're going to go through Judy Moon's top 3 moon facts, things you didn't know about the moon, right? What's not to know? All right, so here we go. But before we proceed, Judy, we need to. There you are. You're kind of dressed for a little winter, right?
But it was the summertime. We went to fishing.
Right, but you're right. Very good memory. But you're not really. You're not quite ready for space. And we've got somebody here. Come on back here. We got Judy Moon here live. We're going over the Judy Moon facts. Hey, that's right. Yeah, we got Donnie. We have Miss G here popping in.
I saw the picture. Oh my God.
Yeah, isn't that cute? Hey, Donnie, we're gonna dress her up because she's not. Is she ready for the moon? I mean, is that gonna do it in space?
Maybe not in space.
Yeah. So let's see what we could do. Well, first off, what we need to do is we need to get her some moon boots. Obviously, you got the surface is a little soft and powdery. So. But I don't think the atmosphere is really gonna work out here, for space. So obviously we need to get her into, in an NASA spacesuit. but
Can you get a Korean flag on the other shoulder?
possibly, but I'm thinking this is like 60s, 70s style, right? Don't we need to get a let's get into the newer spacesuit that the SpaceX guys do, right? So now you're ready to go. All right, so here we go. Are you ready, Donnie? Are you ready? All right, let's do moon facts. All right, number 3. We'll go from 3 to 1. All right. Did we even go to the moon? 10% of the people actually believe that we didn't even go, and it was just a movie. Do you believe we went to the moon, Judy? What?
Is that a no?
No? Did we go, Judy? Say something, Judy. Okay. All right. Well, I think you
She's a
did.
doubter.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. All right. Well, it is a hoax. Obviously, it was uncovered, but no, there are actually some people that think we didn't even go to the moon. All right. Number 2.
Oh, what is that?
Another moon fact. What is the moon made out of?
Cheese.
Well,
What is the moon made of?
it could be made of, we don't know. Have you been to the moon? Have you actually
Thank
sampled?
you.
We don't know. It could be made of cheese. It could be made of mochi. I mean, who the heck knows? Eh? Yeah, it would be a little bitter, a little less heartburn there. But of course, it's probably just dust and rock. But people always wonder, that could be a great place for natural resources, right? The always thing was to stop by the moon, collect resources, and then you could hop over to Mars. Anyway, but what is the number 1 reason for having the moon? Judy, well, that of course is having moon festivals, right?
What is a happy moon festival?
Yeah, in Asian cultures and activities. I mean, tell us about Korean moon festivals. I know in Japan we have it, in China we have it. Tell us a little bit about what we do for the moon.
I think they do eat something special dishes. I don't know.
All right. So tell us about the Korean Moon Festival.
So I don't know actually. It's a I don't know what is a moon festival.
We'll take it at that. Judy Moon doesn't know. Please, audience, if you guys could let us know what the Korean Moon Festival. I know in Japan we pound mochi and there's like a rabbit up in the moon and all kinds of funny stories and stuff. But there's a lot of culture in old ancient history and civilizations base their things around the moon, right?
I think that is a Chinese, the not
right, but that was kind of adopted, right? I see. All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for giving us a little more of a 411 on the moon. I do like the cheese one though, as long as it's not Munster, it kind of smells like really bad odor. All right. Well, hey, thank you very much for surviving the Escrow Tuesdays show. There you are in the back there with your nice scooter. Hey, and we've got a brand new segment, Judy, and that is we'd like to have the opportunity for Judy Moon to promote yourself. So we've got kind of a guest shameless plug. Who doesn't like shameless plugs, right? So, Judy, I know you work really hard. Why don't you give us your 30-second elevator pitch? So here we are. We got in the elevator. Judy Moon comes in. I might be interested in selling my property. Okay, go.
Okay, so let me see. Do you want to buy a house in Seattle, Northwest?
Yes.
Contact Judy Moon. Do you want to sell your home?
Approach, right?
Contact Judy Moon.
Wow.
Do you want to do happy hour? Contact Judy Moon.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, I like the happy. All right. All right.
Happy hour. Do you want to sell? Yeah, fine. Contact Judy Moon.
All right. We exchange our cacao talks and we're on our way. All right. Well, thank you very much. But yeah, if you guys have anything in Seattle, real estate wise, you know who to contact. The president of Greater Chapter Seattle, Judy Moon. Going to the moon. All right. Hey, speaking of plugs, don't forget us on Escrow Tuesday. Subscribe, watch us on Facebook Live, and go to our YouTube channel. We want to monetize this thing. Hey, Judy, what's going on in your chapter? I hear you have a Hawaiian luau. Of course, you spent 11 years there. You got something going on.
Okay, so that is our picnic and membership of members appreciation. So we reserve the really big park and we can capacity is 150. So yeah, so we try to get more members and just like a picnic.
Is that going to be your first in-person event then?
Oh no! Did you see
Oh,
the
you already have one.
I posted this morning or last night? So we have the July 22nd. It is a nightclub.
Okay.
And in person, this are very, very nice, and the live music and great food.
All right, so you've been already doing this. All right, so this is gonna be your second event. Well, we can't look forward to any excuse AREAA people have. Here we are, you know, in the middle of Denver and Aspen. We're so
Stop. Cannot hear.
oh, we've got a TikToker here, Garrett Gang, Judy. You probably know this gentleman. He was your
Hello.
Northwest regional rep not that long ago. He's now going to be, that's right, he's going to be the chair next year. So anything else happening in Seattle that we should book our flights to and show up at with AREAA?
We have a golf tournament in September 16th.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
So how's the weather in September there?
September is going to be nice. And then I know that, Donnie, you play golf.
Oh, yeah. Well, we all do. My clubs are actually literally in Garrick's garage right now. So, yeah, we're going to go to a couple of them, right? We're going to go to Liza's in San Francisco, and Greater East Bay has one right after that. All right.
Would you like to come for just 4 people?
What's that?
International. Would you like to come for our golf tournaments?
Absolutely. You have our, you know, Facebook Messenger tag. So send us invites and, you know, give us a guilt trip.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right.
Anytime. And then I
live and say, hey, we just heard that Charles Swanberg and Donnie and Garrick is going to show up with Miss G. All right. Hey, upcoming, Judy, we got Ike Carsey from the Northland Los Angeles chapter. You know who this is, Judy?
I don't know.
Okay, let's say she was at karaoke and she finished. What did she just do? All right, she just sang. All right, the Sang Bunsi from Central Valley chapter, or yeah, Fresno area. And then, hey, look,
I know Justin Wong.
Someone that just crashed your little Zoom earlier. Yeah, Mr. Justin Wong. Look how shiny his face is. Yeah, I mean, you couldn't get a better, more cheery, kind of upbeat, kind of young guy. Hey, time for the young folk to get some work done, right, Judy?
Yes. So we have a lot of young folks. I mean, new members.
Amazing. All right. Well, hey, upcoming at the National Convention, this silly idea kind of came, you know, to light, but we're going to come up with the I Am Legend series, which is going to be a show that showcases amazing legends or living legends of AREAA, not just incoming chapter presidents. And rumor has it these T-shirts are going to be available at the National Convention, and the proceeds are going to go to the foundation. So, yeah, so it'll be available in every size, moon size even. So don't worry, Judy. All right. And also Bulgogi sauce proof. It'll just slide right off. So anyway, we really appreciate you coming in. This is our little goodbye. And if you really look carefully, this was in Dubai, right?
Yes.
All right. I don't know if you realize that, you know, but both me and Narhee were there. You just didn't realize that we were actually your hosts. And for the whole time, you had no idea, right? I don't know, you know, Narhee's in those heels, so that's why she was taller than me. But anyway, hey, Judy, just like that, we're at the end of our show. Here we are in beautiful Aspen. We've got amazing people popping in. And just want to thank you for, you know, listening to Justin and Kim and all the great AREAA leaders and leading the Seattle chapter. Because, you know, your GLS that you guys had a few years ago was so memorable. I remember that museum that you guys had, that AREAA night. That wasn't that great? That was so awesome. And I wanted to go back to that huge Starbucks again and spend some more time, right? Yeah. And it hardly rained when we were there. So we're really looking forward to seeing you guys there. And hey, Judy, any words of advice for people interested in investing in the Pacific Northwest, or how can they contact you?
contact me. I have my website, judymoonrealty.com, and
Okay.
my phone is on the Facebook and anywhere. And also, I just advertising in Google and Korean online media and Korean papers, magazines.
All right. So you're all over the place. All right. Well, we will make sure through this show, because this is show 48 here. We're glad we're here. And like I said, anything in the Seattle area, contact Judy here. And if you're in LA, anything that we can help out. And in Florida and sign operations, here's Donnie that takes care of Fisher Island and the other areas. So, all right, well, that's going to be a wrap here for Escrow Tuesdays. Judy, again, it wasn't so bad, right? We didn't have any tough questions. I know, this was so much fun. And beautiful Aspen and Mr. TikTok is back here. I think he made a TikTok.
Oh my God, Garrett. Hi.
All right. All right, you guys. See you later, Judy.
Okay,
and,
thank you so much.
best of luck, and we'll be in touch with you.
Have a great time.
All right, take care, Judy.
Okay.